that makes me wonder if this whole thing isn't focused correctly.
Mm-hmm.
In that, like, we're having an argument about zoning rules here,
Mm-hmm.
but to me that doesn't really seem like the actual argument. It seems like what we're really talking about is the same thing that I remember hearing about when I was a little kid,
Mm-hmm.
when McDonald's was trying to come into town.
Right.
And they wanted a drive-through. And there was a huge thing about, like, we have to fight drive-throughs. You know, like, I think about...
Well, McDonald's is bad, but...
Right, but I guess
Yeah.
my point being, this to me seems like we're revisiting the issue of we don't want big moneyed outsiders to come in and invade our town and
Sure.
change it into something that we never wanted it to
Mm-hmm.
be.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, and we, like, there's the same sort of arguments get put up about traffic and
right. So to me, so I mean, so I'm wondering, like, well, maybe this isn't so much a problem with the town and their zoning, but more so a problem with the developers that are coming in to actually do the work. So that, to me, when I think about that, I think, well, I mean, everybody that I talk to that wants to keep
mm-hmm.
the zoning law still doesn't want, big development like that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not interested in, sort of the cookie cutter approach to development in our town. Like, I don't think that fits.
Sure. So I'm wondering if we could all think about that a little differently. Do you think that you would be willing to meet the people on the opposition partway and say, no, maybe what we need to do is form some kind of public coalition or council or something to that effect that would say, anytime we see a project come in like this, we're going to show up and protest if we disagree with it. And we're going to be a block of citizens that will come in and fight it and apply pressure politically to the town, who can then make the decision to permit or not permit any sort of, like, conditional...
I totally welcome that, because, we do need a say in the types of, the shape of our town, and we who live here should have that right to protest, anything like that. And I would be, if McDonald's wanted to build, again, I would be on the front lines of saying, no, that stuff is crap, and they're a crappy company, and we don't want that kind of shit here. What I would say is zoning is sort of a framework, right? It's not like saying, it's not making any sort of decision on, like, who's going to come in and build what. That's not the goal of zoning. It's just saying, where do we want development, and what's the size of development, and it just sort of changes the economics of building and the regulations of building. It changes that. And I would look at that, I would look solely at these, the two zoning bills, like, under that, framework. And then when it comes to any particular development or apartment building or whatever, then we can say no, or we can say, we're not comfortable with this kind of development, and we can certainly make a difference that way in shaping what gets allowed or not. But right now, like, before the zoning changes, there was no choice. We couldn't do anything to deal with the issues that we're facing as a town. So I think let's stop the scare tactics about, like, this is what we're going to see. It was definitely going to be like Milford, or it's going to, like Milford is the most scary thing in the world, but it's going to be like, this kind of housing put in. Here's a picture of what it looks like. No, that's not what the zoning is saying. It's saying this is, like, the limits of what you can do in our town. So I would like, I mean, I wish that, okay, I will come over to the other side and say, yes, I will join you in, trying to protect the town from the type of, developer who would sort of urbanize or, like not really care about the character and the environment of our town that, we care about. But I would ask them to just, come over and look at, what exactly are we, what exactly is the zoning, what is the framework being created here? And is that really something that they object to?